Saint Agnes feast day is celebrated on the 21st January every year. An interesting custom is observed every year in the Catholic Church on this day. On 21st January every year, two lamps are brought from the Trappist monastery of Tre Fontana in Rome to be blessed by the Pope. On the Holy Saturday, two lamps are shone, and the wool from these lamps is used to make the pallium, a woolen vestment consisting of a narrow circular band placed around the shoulders with a short lapel hanging from front and back, which the Pope gives to the new consecrated metropolitan archbishops as a sign of his jurisdiction and his union with the Pope. Saint Agnes feast day is celebrated on the 21st January every year. An interesting custom is observed every year in the Catholic Church on this day. On 21st January every year, two lamps are brought from the Trappist monastery of Tre Fontana in Rome to be blessed by the Pope. On the Holy Saturday, two lamps are shone, and the wool from these lamps is used to make the pallium, a woolen vestment consisting of a narrow circular band placed around the shoulders with a short lapel hanging from front and back, which the Pope gives to the new consecrated metropolitan archbishops as a sign of his jurisdiction and his union with the Pope. My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, Saint Agnes, Virgin and Martyr, 291 to 304, 21/01/2023. From the early days, Christians had held Saint Agnes in a great esteem and veneration. She is one of the 7 women, excluding the Blessed Virgin Mary, commemorated by the name in the canon of the Masses. She is the patron saint of chastity, gardeners, girls, engaged couples, rape victims, and virgins. Her life. Saint Agnes was born in a noble Roman Christian family around the year 291 AD. Both her riches and her extreme beauty enticed many young men, but she spurned them all, saying that she had already consecrated her virginity to the heavenly spouse, Jesus Christ. Although she was young, she was extremely beautiful and spiritually matured. By the age of 13, she was mystically united as a bride with her bridegroom, Jesus Christ. One day, when she was returning from the school, Procop, the son of the perfect Sembronius, said about her beauty and fell madly in love with her. He promised to lavish her with jewels and wealth if she consented to become his wife. Saint Agnes spurned him, saying, "Go away, you spark that lights the fire of sin, you fuel of wickedness, you fool of death. I have already pledged to another lover." She began to comment this lover and spouse for 5 things that the betrothed look for in the men that are to wed, namely, nobility of lineage, beauty of person, abundance of wealth, courage, and the power to achieve, and love transcendent. She went on, "The one I love is far nobler than you, of more eminent descent. His mother is a virgin, his father knows no woman. He is served by angels. The sun and the moon wonder at his beauty. His wealth never lacks any lessons. His perfume brings the dead to life. His touch strengthens the feeble. His love is chastity itself. His touch holiness, union with him virginity." When the young man heard this, he was deeply disappointed, and when he went home, he felt sick. A few days later, when Sempronius, the prefect and father of this young man, came to know about the cause of his son's sickness, he summoned St. Agnes and requested her to get married to his son. She spurned her offer. At first, he tried to win her over with sweet talk, but when he found her adamant, he issued threats and abuse. He threatened and gave her a choice. Either you will incense and offer sacrifice to the god of Vesta, or be thrown in with the prostitutes and be handled as they are handled. When she was dragged before the idols and was commanded to offer incense, she only made the sign of the cross. Being incensed by her insubordination, he resolved to insult and sully her modesty. As the Roman law did not permit the execution of virgins, he devised a plan to sully her modesty by dragging her to the public brothel. She was stripped naked and taken to the public brothel. As she prayed, her hair grew long and covered her body better than any robe. The prefect gave license to nay profligate to abuse her with impunity. Many perverted young men rushed towards her, but when they approached close to her, they were seized with such awe that they dare not approach her. One young man, however, dared to molest her, but he was struck with blindness immediately. When his terrified companions carried him to St. Agnes, who was at a distance, singing and praising God, he got healed through her intercession. Being exasperated by her defiance and his failure to break her spirit, the prefect ordered her to be beheaded. Some other version informs us that a soldier thrust a sword into her throat and thus killed her. Thus, our tender saint sealed her faith and love for Christ with her blood. The spot where she shed her blood, a church, was later erected by Constantine the Great, the Christian emperor. So Agnes, pray for us.